Nothing's gonna keep us from. Nothing's gonna keep us from learning the ropes.
What up, y'all? It's your boy MJ DePustis, the Wrestling Encyclopedia. Welcome to Season 5, Episode 1 of Learning the Ropes. I can't believe y'all been doing this for 5 seasons.
I know, it's wild, isn't it? Like, this is so learning the ropes. I was thinking about this before we come on. Learning the ropes is now the longest, well, it has been, I guess, but it's the longest tenured wrestling show here on Cole TV. So,
Oh,
there you go.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And you started this as a journey to teach B-roll stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy how it is, and like it's funny you say that because it's like, just think of where I can think of the first thing I got him hooked on was like I took him to an AEW show with me.
Yes.
And it was like the go home show before that one Full Gear, when Hangman won the title for the first time. I think it was 2021 or something, maybe. But yeah, and here we are, 2026. So like it's wild, man. So
That's awesome. Tonight, we are giving you our Baker's Dozens of opening matches on pay-per-views. I've been watching a lot of pay-per-views, old pay-per-views on YouTube. Thank God for the WWE Vault, because that YouTube channel is what gave me this idea. Just
that's nice. Yeah,
having that Vault channel has been amazing.
I
With
love the WCW channel too as well.
that
Yeah.
too. Between Vault and the WCW channel, you just put on a pay-per-view while you're doing stuff, and it's on in the background.
Mhm.
And there's just been some phenomenal matches. I'm just like, and I forgot how good this opening match is for like stacked pay-per-views, because usually the opening match is either like a wash and nobody cares, or it's like really freaking good, and it's like usually one of the matches of the night.
Yeah, it's all about getting the crowd going, and I
Yeah.
think it's cool over the years too how there's been a lot more of an emphasis, I think, put on opening matches for shows, like
Yes.
where it used to not be back in the day. It was just kind of like, all right, let's just put this sounds like a fun match to start the show or whatever. But the flip side of that too, I also like how like some of these opening matches, I'm sure like it's gonna be on your list as well as mine, that they're just solid, good action pro wrestling matches.
Yes.
Maybe not so much storyline centric, but just good matchups nonetheless.
Yeah, it's the match that you put on for people who want to like get to their seats and they want something to watch, and people are like doing the concession, and when they hear this is happening, it's like, oh, okay, let's get to our seats now.
Exactly. And I mean, in some cases too, I mean, some of them, and I'm sure you've got some on your list too, where it's like these were like big main event level matchups of the shows as well. So,
Yes. So since I'm the host technically on the show,
Max.
you go first.
Oh, okay. You're
What's your
kicking it off
13?
with me. Okay. All right.
Guess goes
Well,
first, of course.
well, thank you, sir. So I will say this. I was telling you this before we went on here too. Literally, as I was driving home today from work, I was like, oh, okay, I thought of a couple more matches I needed to add. So
I was
I
doing
had.
it up to an hour ago.
Did you? Nice. That's awesome. So I did have to remove some from my list. So if you don't mind, I would like to do a couple honorable mentions real quick.
Okay.
First being Hangman Adam Page versus MJF from Revolutions 2025, which was last year. Like how apropos, we're getting ready to go into Revolution this year, and now they're the main event. So wild
It is
stuff.
actually kind of crazy.
Dude, that opening match last year was killer. And then also, you're gonna like this one. I came close to having, like I said, I had this on my list, but I was just like, there were some other things that popped up in my head. I was like, I gotta go with that. I went with the as an honorable mention, the barbed wire massacre between Sabu and Abyss from Turning Point of I think it was 05.
It is 05.
Okay, it's on your list.
Yes, it is.
Thank God. So yeah, we talk about that when we get to it. But man, it was hard to cut it, but had to be done. That being said, let's get right into it. So and of course, these are my personal favorites. I'm not necessarily saying these are the greatest of all times, but they're pretty damn good. But starting off for me at number 13 is this was kind of like a weird. It's a WCW match. This was kind of like a fun error or weird error because it's a precursor right before like the NWO. So I'm gonna take you back to 1995, and I was always a huge fan of Alex Wright. I always thought
Okay,
Alex Wright
yeah.
was the and I loved how like they would do a lot of the pay-per-views and stuff. He would be on the show and they would book him against like some talent who could just get like work with him and dwell with him. But when this
Yeah.
match got announced for this show, it was like, oh, this is going to be good because he had recently come back. So starting off my list at number 13, I'm going with Alex Wright versus Flying Brian from the Great American Bash 1995.
Ooh,
This is such
really
a good match.
match.
Such a good match. And it's one of those matches you watch too, and you're like, holy shit, like this is easily, you could say, ahead of its time.
Yes.
Because it's like the guys weren't doing this in 95, let alone in WCW.
Facts.
Like that era of WCW2 was so wild to me because it was like opening and like mid-card matches were pretty fun. The tag team division was kind of fun, but then like you get to the main event with like Hogan and all the bullshit going on there. It was just like, I just can watch 2/3 of the WCW pay-per-view and I'll be fine. But I did like this pay-per-view because Hogan wasn't even on the show because it ended up like it was Savage and Flair in the main event.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So they did
okay.
that whole storyline with like oh god, I can't think. Angelo Poffo, his dad, Randy's dad. 'Cause
Yes.
This card took place on Father's Day. But dude, the
Yes.
matchup between Alex Wright and Flying Brian, it's solid. It's like a great high flying in ring, like technical. It's good.
Alex Wright is one of those wrestlers who was so goddamn good in the ring, and they just gave him weird, bad gimmicks.
It was
But
like there was
go.
yeah. Yeah.
And
Oh,
he's-
like later on when he was like Berlin and shit.
Yeah, Berlin. You
Yeah.
had the Dancing Fools with
Oh god,
Disco.
Tokyo Magnum and Disco or whatever.
yeah. It's just like he was so good, and he's a second generation. With a lot of people don't know about, he's a second generation talent. His dad was a great wrestler in the 70s and 60s.
Had one of the best European uppercuts of all time, in my opinion.
Facts. His dad was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
That's my 13. I love that match. You can watch it on YouTube here.
Yeah.
Go to the WCW channel we mentioned earlier, and the Great
Yes.
American Bash 95. That shows on there.
My number 13 is also a WCW match. It is from the Great American Bash in 1998. It is match 7 of a 7 match best of 7 series. Booker T versus Chris Benoit.
Damn, I forgot about that. Was the opener on that one?
It legit. I forgot too. I had Great American Bash 1998 on, and that showed up first, and I was like, "This wasn't later on in the night," because this was a big storyline in 1998 for the U.S. title or the TV title
TV. Yeah.
for the TV title, and I was just like, I was shocked that it was like the first match on the card, and they beat the fuck out of each other.
And also, I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Wasn't that on the same show where the winner of that had to face Finley for the title later
Yes.
or something like that? Okay.
Yeah, later in the night. So I'm pretty sure that's why it was first off, but like still, like you two guys who were not main eventers yet, but like strong mid carders, and they just technical and hard hitting, like brawling. Like it's a really great matchup.
Oh yeah, it's
For
solid. And
young, and I know like Chris gets his hate or whatever, and there's we don't talk about him in pro wrestling, but I love a Chris Benoit match, especially a WCW Chris Benoit match, and I'm not afraid to say that.
yeah, and also I have to say too, I think Booker T 98 was probably my favorite Booker T.
Yeah,
Honestly, like right, it's that time frame right when I think Stevie Ray was hurt or something.
he was, and
They put him in singles, and it's just like he just skyrocketed. It was like, holy shit, this guy's really good.
Stevie was injured, and they were booking Stevie to be part of the NWO.
Mm-hmm.
They did the split, and
And dude, the TV title at that time and the feuds and the matches that
still
come out of that, holy shit! Like
phenomenal.
Booker T, God, man, there were so many great guys he worked against. Like I still love to this day and think back to this day. Like one of my favorites was like, you remember when Rick Martel came back that really short run and then he
Yes.
got hurt? Oh my God, the matches he had with Booker was awesome. And then
Yes.
the stuff Booker did with Finlay,
Regal,
Saturn, Regal, like
Johnny
all
B.
those.
Bad there early in his career.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Booker, like just starting off his singles career and like running with the
Yeah.
TV title is solid.
Yes. My number 12 was a match you had in your honorable mentions that I said I had. And it is TNA's Turning Point 2005 Sabu versus Abyss. And this is like Young Abyss, where they had him in certain matches and whatnot. He was usually just mostly as a bodyguard, and like he was used as like the scary guy. They weren't doing much with him. And then you're bringing the hardcore icon like Sabu, and Sabu's like, I can do something with this monster, and they bloody each other the fuck up.
Think of how ballsy that was, and that's what I love about TNA at that time frame too, where it's like, oh hey, we're gonna kick the pay-per-view off with a fucking barbed wire match.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
And I know a lot of barbed wire matches in ECW and like Japan get talked about. This is a really great bloody brawl. I think it's actually the last match on TNA Wrestling's Bloodiest Brawls DVD.
Well, that's appropriate because man,
Yes.
it's a great match. I love the rivalry too there with Sabu and Abyss as well, and like the build to this was awesome. And then, and this was Sabu could definitely still go at this time.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't quite towards the end of his run.
His TNA run is so like he was so sporadic in TNA because he had the early run in 2002, then he came back like in like 04, then like 05 again. But every time he came back, he was killing it with the young talent that was TNA growth and phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think this really like Abyss was already over as like that monster badass heel, but I think this really helped like kind of cement his status as well. Was his rivalry, but it's a solid matchup, man. It's brutal. It's not super long. I think it's only like maybe 10 minutes or something, but it's like it's action packed. It's a great barbed wire match.
Yes. What is your 12?
Okay, I'm for 12. I'm gonna keep it in TNA. So for my 12, I'm gonna take you back in time to the beginning, really, of TNA. So I can remember back in the day when I first discovered TNA, it was like watching like the weekly 2-hour Wednesday night pay-per-views. I catch them like here and there. I didn't watch them enough to keep up with like storylines and stuff, and then they popped up on Fox Sports in the afternoons, and I was like, oh cool, they got like they're still going, and it looked different too because when I was watching at that time, it was the squared circle, and now they're in the 6 sides. So I was like, oh okay, this is interesting. And the big thing in that era, because like I said, when I was watching back then, it was just kind of like, okay, this is happening, that's happening, whatever. But at that point, they really were putting a big emphasis on the X division. Like it was just like, this is what sets us apart from everybody else.
Yes.
So I can remember kind of that's when I started really watching TNA weekly and stuff. And then it got to the point where it was like, hey, we're going to do our first 3-hour pay-per-view, which was Turning Point in 2004. And for their first big 3-hour pay-per-view, what better way to kick it off than to put the X Division on display. So for my number 12, I'm going with the X Division Gauntlet from Victory Road in 2004. This was awesome because it's just like you saw all these talents, some of them you've never seen before. Some of the guys like who we all know are synonymous with the X Division. It's like a Kazarian, like a Chris Sabin, and then you had guys in the early years who like were incredible. Like a Jor-El Clark was in this freaking match.
Underrated. I love Jor-El Clark.
Right. Ultimately, it was won by Hector Garza. Won this.
he was such a key part of the international flavor of TNA.
Mhm. Yeah.
Guys like Hector, guys like Shocker,
Mhm.
because TNA is how I first saw Shocker,
Yeah.
and he was always on display in TNA.
I think we've talked about this on a past podcast or something. Like maybe one when we were talking about TNA, but like the Shocker stuff got ruined to me mainly by Mike Tenay because I just thought the way he was introducing him was like just stupid over the top.
Yeah.
He's like, because he's like, it's like Christ has come back to earth or something is how he treated
he
it.
was- my Shocker was Mike Tenay's favorite TNA AAA wrestler.
Oh yeah, you think? Yeah, you can
it was-
definitely tell by the way he was like if Meltzer was watching a fucking Will Ospreay Kenny Omega match. That's how
Yeah.
fucking like
Yeah.
today was with Shocker, dude.
Yeah.
But no, this was great, man. It displayed the X Division, and then it had other wrestlers too, you know, like Shark Boy and of course Michael Shane. Like it had just the mix and really kind of showed you like what all the X Division was, and it was awesome too because it was like, hey, this is like their first real big like 3-hour pay-per-view. Like I say, what better way to kick it off than with this? So
Yeah.
smart booking by them too. But I've always held that match special too, because and that pay-per-view special too, because it's like that time frame too in 04, it's like, you know, I'm still watching WWE, but I'm not watching it as regular. I'm losing interest.
Yeah.
And so like TNA was really kind of just like, oh, this is the style of wrestling I
Same.
want to see. And when that pay-per-view hit, I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is cool. So,
Yeah.
that's my
Same
12.
here. Yeah. No, same here with me when it comes to like watching other companies because I had stopped watching WWE for a few years. And it
Oh,
was TNA and then like the indie scene on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
like-
at that point, it's like kind of not even tape trading at this point anymore. I mean, you
Yeah.
could still tape trade, but it was like DVDs and stuff. Like I was catching
Yeah.
like Ring of Honor DVDs and shit left and right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
What was it? FPW, right? Or FI? Well, fuck, I can't think.
You had
of it.
FIP in Florida.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, the Ring of Honor sister company.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah. And then you had like ZZW.
Yeah, I
used to
remember getting some DVDs from UPW and shit.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
So that was your 12. What is your 11?
Okay, for my number 11, this is just a great technical masterpiece. And it involves a guy who I don't think nearly got as much love in the WWF. Because at the time frame they brought him in, this is kind of still when we're doing the bullshit cartoony / fucking you have a job /
Yeah.
stupid
That
fucking
new
gimmick.
generation era was crazy.
Yes. There was some good, but there was also some dumb with it. So I think this guy kind of got pigeonholed into as like a heel because of like his nationality, and it's like the dude was so fucking good. And when they brought him in too, like this was like his first rival, and it was like, oh shit, they're gonna do something with him. And then after that, it just really kind of fizzled out. But I'm gonna go all the way back to 1995, the very first In Your House, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Hakushi.
Oh, that storyline freaks me out. I don't like that
Oh, because
storyline.
of the fucking head thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you having PTSD? I'm sorry, bro. Hey, the match is great.
Yeah, the match is phenomenal, but the
Yeah.
storyline leading up to that match is
I thought that
wild.
was fucking odd too. And like honestly, I missed that Superstars wherever the fuck that was on, and I like saw it years later, and it's like I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But no, so the way the story goes is like you gotta keep in mind too. At this time, Bret Hart 95, he's like not getting shit. Like he's coming
No.
off the like they've already done Owen. Like I mean that story's already kind of told the tale. Like he was in the rivalry with Bob Backlund, but that got really stale. Like I mean he goes in and he's also doing like the thing with Jerry Lawler again, sort of picking that back up, which is like okay, whatever.
I hated everything about that Jerry Lawler storyline.
But this though, man, this was cool. Like, and I think this is Bret like begging to like work with somebody who could go, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, fucking
And Jinsei Shidzake and I will
Yes.
call him that, not his WWF name, could really fucking go.
Yeah, I can. Like Jinsei Sasaki was doing shit where it was like, wait a minute, what? Like a fucking like cartwheel, backflip, like elbow, hand, like what? No, nobody was doing that shit, man. Especially in the WWF, it was like shit. But yeah, so the way it goes, like Hakushi, because Brett had been, if I remember correctly in the storyline, I think Brett won some award or something, like Wrestler of the
Yes.
Year, some shit
Yeah,
from
the-
WWF magazine.
Yeah.
And then like Hakushi broke his trophy or some shit, and that was like the build up pretty much. But dude, they had a banger of a match. Like it's solid.
Yeah, no,
It's
that match is good.
yeah. So for me, that was my number 11 was Brett the Hitman Hart Hakushi from the very first In Your House.
My number 11 also has some international flavor. Living Dangerously, ECW, 1999. My introduction to Tajiri and Super Crazy.
It's on my list too.
Holy shit!
I have it higher, but yeah, yeah.
These two, there is something about that era of Super Crazy, Tajiri, and a few other guys that they would put in these triple threat. Little Guido too. There's like that mid card ECW is just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it was one of those things. They would like literally run it back all the time. Let's just do a Tajiri and Super Crazy match. But the thing of it is, nobody fucking complained.
Yeah,
Everyone was like,
Okay.
okay, yeah,
whatever. Yeah, like, the crowd's gonna go crazy and they're nuts. So yeah, the technicality, the technical wrestling, the high flying lucha libre, Tajiri's Japanese hard kicks. It's just a masterful piece of all professional wrestling put together.
yeah.
That's just so good.
It is. It really is. And it's like they were probably one of my favorite ECW like rivalries. There were so many good ECW rivalries. But
Yeah,
that one's up there like with an Awesome and Tanaka for me. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. Oh.
because they just beat each other the fuck up, and it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, it really was. Like I'm gonna go into it a little bit more when we get to it on my list. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's very nice.
My number 10, Halloween Havoc 1995 WCW Television Championship. And I just put this on my list today because I just had put 95 Halloween Havoc from the WCW channel on TV. Johnny B. Bad versus Diamond Dallas Page. Holy shit. Just 20 minutes of some of the best wrestling to come out of a weird era in WCW.
You're telling me.
Like it's right before you said earlier, right before the NWO thing. WCW is kind of like it's a whatever company. Like
Yeah,
it's not
6, 7.
that was wild.
Yeah,
But it's just like there's not much going on, at least for me. Like looking back at it, there's not a lot of good coming from WCW 95. They're doing the weird Hogan versus like the end of the Hulkamaniac storyline.
oh,
with,
so
like-
fucking terrible. The Dungeon of Doom. Jesus.
Yeah, the
Christ.
Dungeon of Doom and the Four Horsemen thing.
Mhm.
And then you have these early 90s matches that you're just like, okay, let's just throw two mid-carders at the beginning of the show and see what happens.
Right.
It's just really fucking good. And it's like young heel Diamond Dallas Page before he got over
Mhm.
with the fans. Where he's just being and he's got Max Muscle in his corner.
Oh God, Max Muscle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's also a good. I kind of wish I had put that on my list. I have another WrestleMania
Forgot about
match from that era on my list. But yeah, no, it's just really good. If you want to watch some just two great ring workers, Johnny B. Bad, who again, Mark Mero doesn't get the credit for the wrestling he did in the
No,
early
he
90s.
doesn't.
And Diamond Dallas Page I can't even say young Diamond Dallas Page because he started so late.
Well, young in his career, let's say
Yeah.
that. Like as
Early
far
in
as
his
in
career,
ring.
95. Had just
Well,
recently gotten signed by WCW, if
yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Well, no, he's been with them for a while. It's just like this was like they first started really kind of using him in
Oh yeah,
90.
because he was with like Scott as like the Diamond Stud and whatnot.
Not only that, it was Freebirds too. Was with them for a while, and then he kind of did some
Oh,
commentary.
I forgot he was a
Yeah,
Freebird.
yeah, he was. Yeah,
That was a weird era of the Freebirds, though. So
yeah, yeah.
you
But
can't blame me for forgetting that.
no, not at all. But this, if you think about it too, Mike, like as far as like a long term story, like DDP and Johnny B. Bad was kind of DDP's first real rival.
It
Like
was. That's why I had forgotten about the earlier stuff because
Mhm.
that's like my introduction to DDP was this like as a kid. I was 3, but it was like that's remember my first time ever like really paying attention to Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, the cigar chomping, you know,
Yeah,
the
he has his
gaudy,
wife as manager,
yep,
and
the Diamond Doll, baby. And
yeah,
then, like, ironically, in this rivalry, the Diamond Doll ends up get putting on the line, and Johnny B. Bad wins the services, managerial services, that is,
yes,
of the Diamond Doll. So, yeah, that's a good one, man. I love like anything anytime I'll talk about Johnny B. Bad all day. That man does not get nearly enough credit as he should.
no,
And he's
So-
spoiler, he's later on my list.
Your number 10.
My number 10. Okay. So this one is a solid matchup. It's a good matchup, but what makes this matchup as special is the circumstances. So I'm gonna go. This is a match in AEW. I'm gonna go all the way back to 2021. Double or Nothing. It was Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage. And the reason why this match is so special to me, I think, is the fact that this was the first real wrestling show to take place after the pandemic. So like we had been doing like nothing but like, you know, they've done their thing in Jacksonville and stuff, because this was still in Jacksonville, but this time you had a full house.
Yeah,
So from watching AEW practically for a year and like still enjoying what they were doing and stuff, but then once that crowd came in, you're like, holy shit, like this is what we missed for like over a year. Like it's not like I say, the match itself is fine. It's a good match, but it's the crowd, like just that whole the vibe and everything. It's so badass. I had to have it on my list, but and like I say, it's a good matchup, you know. And this is kind of too where Hangman's kind of starting to get his mojo back and like realize he can be like the face of AEW. So
yes.
yeah. So that's what I had at my number 10.
What is your number 9?
All right, we're gonna go to the land of extreme, and we're gonna talk about what a lot of people consider the greatest ECW pay-per-view of all time, because every single match on this show was a fucking banger. And these guys had a great rivalry. One another great rivalries in ECW history. Heatwave 98, Justin Credible versus Jerry Lynn.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. That summer series those two guys had,
Yes.
holy shit,
They beat
was
the
it good.
fuck out of each other.
They did, man. And this is like Jerry Lynn's really kind of first, like, people are like realizing, like, okay, maybe he was the goofy Mash JL guy, but like this guy's pretty fucking good.
Yes. Which is wild because of what he did in the late 80s and early 90s. But
Yeah, especially you can think all the way back when he was working with like X-Pac and like Minneapolis or whatever it was.
yeah,
and stuff.
AWA and all the indies out there. Yeah.
But man, like the story they told too, and Justin Credible at this time too is like red hot too. Like to go from the fucking man wearing the jock strap on his face, Man of War, to like coming in as this like I don't give a fuck character in ECW. I mean, that was one thing you gotta give Paul credit for, man. He could always find something inside of everybody, and like, man, they just and both these guys were like those up and coming guys, like in the mid card. And you look at the history of ECW too. I mean, shit, you're talking 2 years later, and both these guys are in the main event. And both these guys are world champions. So
Yes.
And Heat Wave '98. My God, that's such a good fucking show. Like, if you've never seen it, go back and watch it.
So fucking good.
For matches like Chris Candido and Lance Storm to Masato Tanaka, Mike Awesome, Bam Bam and Taz. So many other great matches on that show. But yeah, that to start the show off with Credible and Lim was solid. So that was my number 9.
What is my number 9 is my reintroduction to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And it is from Wrestle Kingdom 6. And it's a tag team match of the it is the No Remorse Corps of Eddie Edward, not
Was it Rocky and
Rocky,
yeah,
and not Eddie Edwards, but
Alex
the other-
whatever, wasn't it?
no,
the
from the
Russian dude?
Wolves.
Oh, Eddie Edwards.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
no, not Eddie Edwards, but the other guy from the Wolves.
Oh, Davey Richards?
Yes, Davey Richards.
Okay.
It's Davey Richards and Rocky Romero versus Apollo 55, Taguchi and Prince Devitt.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So good. Such a masterful storytelling of strong style and technical tag team wrestling.
That is a
Um,
pretty good one. I forgot about that.
Yes. And again, I hadn't watched it in a few years, and the other night I couldn't sleep, and I have New Japan World, and I had just turned on a random Wrestle Kingdom, and I was like, I forgot how fucking good this match was. Like, because it's like the No Remorse Corps, they started off by attacking them, blindsiding them, and then from there it's fast paced, all over the place, like nonstop, like great tag team wrestling. That's just, and the tag team junior division in the
Yeah.
late 2000s, so fucking good.
Yeah, that became like a tradition there for several Wrestle Kingdoms in a row where it was like, okay, we're gonna start the show with IWGP Junior Tag titles.
Yes.
Then you'd have like 2-on-2 matches, or then when you get to the multi-team matches, it's like, oh, holy shit.
Yes. Just so fucking good.
That's solid, bro.
My number 8 is WrestleMania 21, Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
The tag team champions facing each other and giving those two a spotlight to do what they do, and like one of the most masterful in WWE era, in that era, masterful class of Lucha Libre. And everyone here knows how I feel about Eddie and my love for him. For him to have that moment with one of his best friends, and then being able to show that showcase of like, yeah, we're tag team partners, but we're gonna kick each other's asses, and it's the second of their trilogy.
Mhm.
And it's just so fucking good.
And I think too, as well, the first and only time I believe where the World Tag Team Champions went 1-on-1 at WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just like, okay, we're tag team partners, but we're just gonna show y'all that we're two of the best in the world, and
Yeah.
there's nothing y'all can do about it.
Yeah. Because let's call a spade at that time frame. The tag team scene in WWE was ass. so
Yeah.
so it was just like, there's nobody to work with. Let's fucking just do it ourselves. Like,
They literally had faced everyone on SmackDown, and they're like, okay, well, you two just
well, and if you think about it too, man, that I think Eddie kind of knew probably in the back of his mind, like, okay, let's get Bray to that next level where he needs
Yeah.
to be. Like, he's over with the crowd. Everybody's like, you can look at the higher ups and WWE in the back. It's like, well, I mean, he's a cruiserweight. He's not a big enough guy to be a heavyweight, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, man. I mean, he's just that persona. Rey Mysterio was just like over the top, man. He's one of the legends, man. He's one of the greatest of all fucking time. So, yeah, that's a solid
Absolutely.
one, dude.
Yeah. What is your number 8?
Number 8 for me, I'm gonna go back to AEW, and this is by far my favorite like opening AEW match on any pay-per-view. It's just these two guys have just instant classics. I think they've only met on a handful of times in AEW, but if you can, even if you watch their stuff on the indies too, man, it's solid. And I mean, these guys, like, the cool thing is, I think about this is like so many more years, like you can tell stories with these guys. It's awesome. And I'm talking about 2 of the 4 pillars. So I'm going to take you back to Full Gear 2021, MJF versus Darby Allin.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Okay, that
fucking
makes sense.
good.
Yeah, that makes
So fucking good. And then what I loved about this was like the storytelling in this match too, where MJF's like, I can beat you with just a roll up.
yeah,
Or no, with the headlock takeover. That's what
yeah.
it was.
The
I'm gonna beat you with
the head on
headlock.
KO storyline.
And that's what he fucking did. He used the granted he kicked him in the nuts and I think hit him with the dynamite ring, but still he beat him with a headlock takeover.
Yes.
Like in 2, I think as well, at this time frame, we never really saw this out of MJF where he just was like, wait a minute, it's like, holy fuck, no, this guy's doing shit like, because I mean he worked that the classic kind of heel
Yeah.
persona, but man, when MJF turned it on, you're like, damn, this guy can go.
There's one match where I think he does that, and I'm going to talk about that match here soon in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I love the story. Like I say, they can run this back throughout the annals of time, because I will say this too, you know, everybody talks the 4 pillars. Like these are the pillars, I would say.
Absolutely.
Like
And
no,
that's a Washington
sorry, like Jack Perry and really Sammy Guevara, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. I said
At
what I
that point-
said.
At this point, yes.
Get the fuck out of here. Like no. So it's MJF and Darby Allin Full Gear 2021.
What is your 7?
Okay, you mentioned it earlier. Tajiri for Super Crazy from Living Dangerously 99. So fucking good. Like what I loved about this too is this is like before Tajiri's really kind of like
Yeah.
the Japanese buzzsaw. This is like
Yeah.
white meat babyface from Japan. Like, oh, comes out in the blue and white tights, you know. And it's
Yeah.
just like, oh. But then it's like,
Yeah, this is actually, this is very much before the black pants and the flames and the
yeah. No, this is very much like before he like his kind of personality show there. This is just like I'm a badass Japanese wrestler, you know. So and going against like, you know, a lucha star. I don't, man, you're gonna have to correct me on this, but at that time frame, at least in mainstream wrestling, I don't ever recall seeing where they pitted somebody from a lucha star against somebody the strong style. I don't think that had been done yet, really, here in the States anyway, that I can think of.
there
mean,
there might have been something in WCW, but I can't
with
think
the
of it right now.
cruiserweights or something.
Yeah, the
but like,
cruiserweights, and they had the Japanese with Ultimo, maybe.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that or something.
Yeah.
But no, this just and they had so many great matches. But honestly, this is probably my favorite match of theirs.
Yeah,
Because Living Dangerously, outside of Heatwave, this Living Dangerously is probably my favorite pay-per-view of ECW's. I mean, this is the first this is the same show where it's like the first meeting between RVD and Jerry Lynn, which in my opinion, I think is the better match. They're both great, but
yeah,
the first one was like phenomenal. You get that kind of story with the Impact players are kind of like starting to come up and they go against Tommy Dreamer in the franchise. And the main event's awesome too. You get Sabu against Taz. Like
yes,
anytime you get Sabu against Taz, it's gonna be badass.
yeah. Their long storied history is phenomenal. Those two.
a solid show, but what a way to start it with Tajiri and Super Crazy. That's my number 7.
My number 7 is the match I was talking about with MJF, and is from before even AEW was around. All In, MJF versus Matt Cross.
Nice.
Again, MJF, and this is where MJF is finally being shown on a national level. I had been watching him in ZZW and Involve, and I knew the great technical wrestler, great wrestler he was. And then you have someone like Matt Cross, again, at this point, 20 plus years in the business, is like all over America and every indie company there is. He had wrestled in Europe. He had wrestled in Mexico and Japan. He had been on TV a little bit with like Wrestling Society X and like Lucha USA. But this was the great telling of like, okay, Matt Cross is dependable, and MJF needs to be shown his skills, and it's just really phenomenal, especially for, as something as big as what that first All In is.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, this was just an indie show that was just on pay per view, just the biggest independent wrestling show out there, shown that was created by four best friends.
Mm-hmm.
The balls on those four.
No kidding, right? And then like renting out the doing it in Chicago, renting out like at the time was the Sears Center.
Yeah,
Of course now the Now Arena, but yeah, and I can tell you too, we talked about it on our favorite venue. That's my favorite venue of all times, the Now
Yeah.
Arena. But still to this day, man, and I was just there for World's End. The banner hangs up in the stadium for all in.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah, they literally have a banner just like you would for like a sports team or
Yeah.
something, like win a championship, and it's like that all in's highlighted, and then all the all outs that they've had over the years.
That's super sick.
It's pretty cool, man.
Did not know that. That's super sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that match is really, really good, and it shows MJF's his heel character beautifully to a T. That if you were a fan of late 2010s, mid 2010s ZZW, and Evolve and a few other indies, you were able to know before, but seeing that on a national level was really cool.
Yeah.
As a fan of his, but yeah, no, just great. My number 6, a trailblazing match that really put light heavyweight and cruiserweight wrestling on the map. WCW Super Bowl II, Flying Brian Pillman versus Jushin Thunder Liger.
It's on my list too.
It's so fucking good.
It is. This is like if any time anybody's putting a list together like this is essential. You have to have this match on there.
And it's good when the fans are like, holy shit. And that's like, you look at the faces and they're like, what are we watching? Especially for like good old wrestling, WCW. You put Flying Brian Pillman, who like one of the trailblazers of that cruiserweight style, even though he was a big for a cruiserweight, he was a thick boy. And then you have a Japanese legend, who getting one of his first blazes into America.
Yeah.
Bell to bell, that match is just really fucking good.
Oh my god, and those guys have met over the years a handful of times too.
Yeah,
but this is by far the best one of them, I would say.
That whole 91 to 92, that whole them introducing that light heavyweight title and the matches that came out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Robert Gibson when he was part of the York Foundation.
Oh, you mean Ricky Morton?
Yeah,
right?
Ricky.
Yeah.
Richard.
Sorry.
Richard Morton, part of the York Foundation. My God, that was a crazy ass.
Yeah, because there wasn't a ton. The thing is, when that title got introduced, it's like, okay, this is for Brian. But you had Richard Morton and you had Bobby Eaton, Brad Armstrong, guys in there. But like when Liger came along, it was like, okay, we got something here,
Yeah, we can bring in these four, because that was like the door opening for like all the Japanese and all the cruiserweights that were coming. I think he doesn't get the respect he deserves of flowers for what he did for opening up the doors for the foreign wrestlers to come in, the Japanese and the Lucha Libres for WCW. Because I don't know if you don't get Jushin, you don't get like the Otanis, and you don't get like a lot of those guys in the early mid 90s.
No, I think at that point, really, like anybody that was any of the Japanese wrestlers that are showing up is kind of like the heavyweights or the bigger names
Yeah,
in New Japan, and that's just kind of based off of like,
that
the
relationship.
relationship with New Japan. I mean, the first great one, of course, was no pun intended here, but the Great Muta.
Yeah,
And then you had other guys who would come in there too as well. From like Tenzan to then you had like and this is a couple years later too as well, but like you had fucking Kensuke Sasaki, former
yeah,
WCW US champion.
yeah,
But yeah, you're right. Liger was kind of like okay, like we need to put a focus on the lighter wrestlers because like they can go.
yeah. So, what is your number 6?
My number 6, cool thing about this, Mike, is I actually was there to witness this. And it's funny looking back on this because now that I've had time to think about it, it's like, you know what? That wasn't so bad of a show. It's just people remember the ending, which was dog shit. But dude, the crowd was so fucking into this opener, man, and they should have been. And this was easily the match of not only the match of the night, but the match of the weekend. And we're gonna go back to WrestleMania last year, night 2, WrestleMania 42, the triple threat for the women's championship, Io Sky against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley.
I legitimately did forget about that match, and I
Yeah,
would
dude.
have been on that.
Yeah, that match, holy shit. And it was the
Yeah.
best match of WrestleMania weekend for WWE.
Yeah,
Easily. Like, and that crowd was so into it, man. And I mean, that crowd was hot for the most part of that show. Like to go from that to Dom winning the IC title and stuff, and then of course you get to the end of the night and it's like fuck.
yeah,
But nonetheless, that match was like if they kept the pace, dude. That like I think we'd be talking about that WrestleMania still is like one of the all-time greats. It's just unfortunate that that piece of shit Travis Scott can fuck all things. But then again, that's on WWE too because they were fucking stupid enough to bring him in, and
yeah.
it is what it is. But nonetheless, not taken away from these great 3 competitors, man. Like, and the story they've been telling over the past year or whatever with Io and Maria and stuff, and then you put Bianca in the mix, man. It was fucking great. And the fact that Io won too, because everybody thought for sure Bianca or Rhea was walking out. It was so fucking good. So that's my number 6.
What is your number 5?
Okay, dude. Now we're getting into the creme de la creme. This is
Yes.
like, if you can find me, okay, if you can find me 5 better opening matches than this, then I want to see them. And starting off at my number 5.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Yes, you are here. Thank you for being here. So for my number 5, we're gonna go. Of course, we got to have a cruiserweight match on this list. And to me, this is like one of the better cruiserweight rivalries that I feel like kind of gets lost in the shuffle because it was early on the cruiserweights, but I still think people talk about it enough. I'm going with Halloween Havoc 1996 for the Cruiserweight Championship, Rey Mysterio Jr. against Dean Malenko.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh, this match is so fucking good. Oh, like this, like I love the first match between Ray and Dean. The match they had the Clash where Ray wins the cruiserweight
Yes.
title was awesome. But this was the best one for me. Like, oh my god, Dean Malenko at that time frame, like, dude,
So
he
fucking good.
owned the cruiserweight division, and rightfully
did.
so. Like
He
the
did.
Iceman, holy shit. Like, okay, to tell you the greatness of Dean Malenko during this time frame, in '97, he was ranked number 1 in the PWI 500. Okay, think
Facts.
about that. Number 1,
And they
higher
usually give that
than
to
any
people.
world champions.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
And they give that usually to people with characters.
yeah. But nope. They're like, no, fuck it. We can't go against the Iceman. He's too damn good. So, oh man, it was so good. Bye. Hey, stick around. We got more to talk about, but it's cool. But yeah, that for me, dude, that's one of my all-time favorite openers, man.
Oh.
Like if you said, sit down, let's watch an opening match from a pay-per-view, like watch some. This is one. This once again, this is an essential. I feel like these last 5 I've got are essential for when we're talking about opening matches. But dude, this match is so fucking good. It's Rey Mysterio and Dean Malenko. What more do you need to say there?
Very true. My number 5 is from Slammiversary 8. I forgot what year it was. That is 2010. I think if I'm doing my math correctly, but it's Kurt Angle versus Frankie Kazarian.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You have Kurt Angle, who was at the top of his fucking game in TNA. Like, legitimately, his best work is in this TNA era.
He's jumping off fucking the stage and doing helos and shit.
Yes, fucking psychopath. And then you have Kazarian, who at that point was very much a floating mid carder. They weren't like he had done some stuff in the X division, but like he wasn't proven to be the guy for the company. Like he was just like, okay, you're there. Oh, well, hello from the USA.
Oh, cool. Hey. Yeah.
And then I'm not.
I hate Cody.
That's
I don't think you're the only one. I think a lot of people getting tired of Cody. So
but you have a guy, and from what I read, that like Kurt's like, okay, let me give me a storyline with him, and let's see show what he can do. And they on one of their biggest shows, Slammiversary is one of their big 4 for TNA wrestling.
I gotta be 100% honest with you, man. I didn't even know this match happened. I've never seen it, but it sounds amazing.
It's really fucking good. They go for almost 20 minutes, and it's just a mixture of Kurt's technical, like high speed, like go wrestling he was doing in TNA, and then like Frankie's like high flying, like cruiserweight X Division style, and it's just like, oh, it's a match when you read it that should not work, and it fucking did.
Did was it for a championship or anything?
I can't remember. Now that you asked me, I'm gonna.
Because I'm trying real hard to remember this time frame. Because honestly, I'm not watching TNA. Is this main event Mafia, Kurt, or is this before that even or after?
This was.
Because I feel like I remember one of these TNA shows, and I don't know if it's this specific one, but I remember where Kurt had all the belts or something, and I think he defended like the X Division, the tag, and the world title and shit. But I don't think that's what this is, though.
No, this wasn't even for. This was not for a belt.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, this was just 15 minutes of them wrestling.
Okay, it's still going strong today in TNA.
Yeah, because the X Division belt was actually the second match, and it was Doug Williams.
Okay, so we're British invasion timeline. I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Because it
All
was
right.
the second match is Doug versus Brian Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
So this is like the beginning of the Hogan era.
Slammiversary 8. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, 2010.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to check it out. That sounds fun.
Yes. My number 4, Royal Rumble 1991.
Yeah, let's go.
The Rockers versus the Orient Express.
Love it.
Again, the mixture of the Orient Express's strong style, like Japanese, like hard hitting, with the Rockers, like precursor to the cruiserweight high flying style. Like
Mhm.
they were doing stuff that you weren't seeing in the WWF at that time. And the clash of styles, and no offense, in a Royal Rumble that's just like there ain't much going with Royal Rumble 1991 in my opinion. That I don't see that's
So this is funny. I got to be honest with you. So for me, like in 91, like this Rumble, this is, it's going to sound weird, but this is like kind of my go-to comfort Rumble, I would say. I
That's-
love this show. I've watched the shit out of this show. I think it's just because I watched it so much as a kid. It's just
that
embedded in my
makes
brain.
sense.
You're right. Like the Rumble match itself, it's like, I think it's still fun for what it is. But I mean, is it one of the all-time greats in the annals of time with the Royal Rumbles? No. But
Yeah.
like for me, I love this show. Like that. But that opener, holy shit! Like it's a great tag match.
Yes. And again, it's like nonstop. Like
And they give them plenty of time too,
yeah.
because
It's
it's like there's only really 5. Well, technically, I think there's 6 matches on this show, but yeah.
Yeah.
And this also too, fun fact: the first time ever that the WWF title was defended at the Royal Rumble was on this
Yes.
show as well, where Sergeant Slaughter shocks the world and beats Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
After the Macho King interferes.
Yeah.
You also had the big father and son versus the $1 Million Man and Virgil. You know, Dusty and Dustin against $1 Million Man and Virgil. And then I remember that one was so big because for this is where Virgil finally stands up to the $1 Million Man and like turns on him and shit.
Yeah.
And then there's also like right after that tag match, there's a solid match with the Big Boss Man and the Barbarian, which is really fucking good. And it's like a part of the feud that Boss Man had going on with the Heenan family at the time. So, and then of course you have the Royal Rumble itself. Also, too, I'm pretty sure this was the pay-per-view debut of the Mountie. The Mountie against Coco Beware is also on this show too, which isn't that great, but it's like, oh, the Mountie's here, yay!
Maybe it's just because that era of WWF, I'm just like,
oh, dude, I totally get it. I totally get it. Like I just, for me, like I grew up with that as a kid, so it's kind of like the comfort thing I'll go to.
yeah.
Like that, and that WrestleMania 7 is that year. That's one of my all-time favorite WrestleManias. Even though, like, you know, it doesn't get a ton of love in comparison to other manias, but that's always going to be one I just is solid. So,
So what is your number 4?
all right, number 4. You mentioned it earlier. Super Brawl 2, Jushin Thunder Liger versus Brian Pillman. I mean, fucking A, dude. Like this, so ahead of its time. So ahead of
I probably should have had it higher, but there's my top 3 are just matches I go to way more often when I want to watch something.
I understand. Yeah.
But
it's just like you
so
weren't
good.
seeing anything like this in WCW at the time. Like we mentioned earlier with like the lightweights and stuff that was there. It was like they were cool and all, but Liger was like something way different brought to the table. And also too, this is Liger just like really starting his career and like taking off. So this is like this is I wouldn't even say this is prime Liger. This is just like fucking amazing Liger.
Yeah,
you know?
this is early Liger, like early New Japan stuff. Like this isn't even like at the height of his what he would become in the mid to late 90s.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, and the thing of it is, it was extremely rare back in those days that they would put their championship around the waist of a wrestler from another company, let alone a foreign wrestler, you know?
Yeah.
The only other person I can think of is Great Muta with the TV title in '89. And they did that with Liger here, you know? So it's incredible. Commentary's great on this too, by the way, too. You got a young Jim Ross, and then even with Jesse Ventura on there too. Like I really dug the commentary on this. Also too, you think about it, man, this just speaks volumes for the greatness of this match. What was the very first opening match in Monday Nitro history? they run it back, baby. They run it back a couple years later. It's Pillman and Liger. It's like, hey, what better way to fucking kick off this new live show era for WCW than to run back Liger and Pillman? So, yeah, it stands on its own. It's so fucking good. Also, one last thing I will say too. Shout out to our good buddy Nicholas. He was actually there live at this show too. Like,
He did tell me. He once told me that he was at Super Bowl too.
yeah, because that was in the Mecca in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was there. I've seen the shirt. He's got the shirt still from Super Bowl II. He's got Luger and Sting both have signed the shirt. So,
That's
yeah. So yeah, great matchup. I mean, it's goes down. If anybody wants a blueprint for like, hey, an opening matchup, this is one of the go-tos. This is one you show.
yes. What number did you just do?
That was 4.
So do you need to run it back to 3? Is it your turn?
Yes, yeah, I think it is my turn. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I already know. You don't have to tell me. I already know you have this match on your list. Okay, I know we've only got 3 matches left here, but I know you have this match on your list. You want to know why I know?
Why?
Because everybody has this match on their fucking list, and if you don't, it's bullshit. Because I talk about blueprints, like if you were saying like, okay, for like rank me like as far as like in-ring storytelling psychology of a match like that, like this is the go-to. This is the goat. This is the fucking goat of those matches. This is the goat of opening matches. Okay. SummerSlam 2002. It's Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle. You don't have it on your list. You're shitting me.
No.
I thought for sure. You think you
No.
know a guy. I can't believe you didn't have this on your list.
No.
I'm shocked.
No.
I am shocked. Because honestly, when you first said this topic, this was the very first match that popped up in my head.
It would have been in my honorable mentions. But I think because it is so like everyone talks about it, that there's just like so many
That's
other
fair.
matches. Yeah.
That's fair. I get that aspect of it. But dude, like seriously, this matchup,
It is a phenomenal match. Like
they get so much done in ring in like less than 10 minutes.
yeah. I
It's
think they're given
insane.
8 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's like 8 minutes.
I saw Tesh and Chris Van Vliet talk about this match the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, because Chris Van Vliet asked Tesh, what's the one match you would show to someone who wanted to make him a pro wrestling fan? It was this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good it like dude, it's so like it's solid. It's like non fucking stop. Like and this was Mysterio, I think his very first WWE pay-per-view.
It is. This is
match.
like yeah,
Right?
like a couple months into like a month or two into him signing. Like, yeah, this is his first pay-per-view match.
Like and just like Kurt Angle. My God, like this man's had so many great matches in the WWE throughout the years. This is easily top 2 or 3, I'd say, for Kurt Angle in the WWE.
Yes. In
And that's a
WWE,
big call.
absolutely.
My God, man, I blush just thinking about this matchup. And you talk about a great SummerSlam that year. Holy shit.
That is a stacked card.
That's probably one of my favorite SummerSlams of all time. But Ray and Kurt Angle, dude, it does not get much better than that, my friend. So that was my number 3.
My number 3, Dadhead, if you're still in here, you had talked about the IC ladder match at WrestleMania 31. I have another IC title match, and it is a match we had talked about here on Code TV when we talked about underrated WrestleMania matches, and it is the triple threat of Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor versus The Miz from WrestleMania 34.
That's good.
This match, I will turn on WrestleMania 34 just for this match.
Yeah.
I
Clash
will.
of Styles, too, in this one.
What? The
Clash of Styles with The Miz being like, okay.
You have 2 independent wrestling legends, and then you have The Miz.
But just show The Miz can fucking go, man.
This is where I gained respect for The Miz, because this match is bell to bell, just phenomenal work in ring from all three gentlemen with just technical. There's some not high flying, but there's speed. Like it's just really fucking good.
Yeah, Seth gets
And
the win.
yes, and then for it to be a WrestleMania card, they're like, "This is WrestleMania. We're gonna fucking show out." And those WrestleManias in the 30s, not all of them are great.
They're tough watch
Yes,
because you could easily say at WrestleMania 34, the first two matches are incredible, and then it's all downhill after that.
yes, that's what. But I will turn on wrestling for this match alone, and then I'll just move on to something else. This match is
Mhm.
so fucking good.
Also, got to give a huge shout out to Seth Rollins with the Game of Thrones inspired gear and entrance. I'm a
Yes.
huge Game of Thrones fan, so seeing him come out as like one of the White Walkers was dope as shit. Yeah, and also Finn. I loved Finn's entrance too, man. 'Cause, like
Yes,
he comes out with like the members from the LGBTQT community, and he's got the like his
the
gear
rainbow
on.
shirt. Yeah,
Yeah, it's sick, dude.
so
Sick.
good. My number two, uh, Death Before Dishonor 8, Kevin Steen versus El Generico.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
This rivalry was so fucking good during that summer, during
I'm-
that year. And they beat the fuck out of each other.
What a way to start a show, too, man. Can you
Yes.
imagine? Like, and that was like one of the bigger matches on that show that year, too.
That's what it's like. You have your biggest rivalry at this time, because it was. Steen stabbing El Generico in the back was the biggest thing Ring of Honor had up at that point. Like it was bigger than the world title, it was bigger than like that was the rivalry. And you put it on first on one of your bigger cards. Like just fucking amazing. And it's that hardcore, hard hitting, like indie style, where it's just like, yeah, we don't give a fuck about each other's bodies. We don't give a fuck about our own bodies. We're just here to show the fans a fun time.
That they did. Holy shit.
And
Their
it's something-
rivalry, too, man. Like you said, God, it was like, it's probably, I think it's safe to say that maybe it's the top two rivalry. It's probably, in my opinion, I think it is probably my favorite rivalry from Ring of Honor.
It's my second favorite. I do have a thing about ROH versus ZZW.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that is my set. And it's just the storytelling that was told in that rivalry with all the other people that were involved. When you have like Jimmy Jacobs and Steve Corino and like Colt Cabana was involved in that rivalry. There's
Mhm.
just that year was just so good. And there's something about those two that get in the ring, whether it's Ring of Honor, PWG, what they've done in the WWE. Yeah, just fucking magical.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's, yeah. I almost forgot that was the opener, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but anytime you had them together, I think back to like the fucking ladder war.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. One of the craziest ladder matches I've ever seen.
What is your one?
I still got my two.
Yeah, what is your
Yep.
two?
All right, I'm excited as fuck to talk about my number two. Because, Mike, if we were doing a list, I don't think we did a podcast episode on this, of hidden gem matches. I don't we did hidden gem WrestleMania matches.
Yeah, we
I don't
haven't done
think we ever
hidden
did.
gem matches.
Well,
ever,
if we
ever.
do, and I'm on as a guest, this is my number one. So, spoiler alert: this match does not get nearly talked about enough. It is a fucking masterpiece. It is one of the greatest matches, in my opinion, in WCW history. Like I say, nobody fucking talks about it. They forget about it. I don't know why. It's just I think it's because of the era, the time frame this happened.
Yeah.
Because we mentioned it earlier. This does happen in 1995.
Okay.
Dude, this matchup, if anybody asks me like, hey, give me a hidden gem or something of a matchup, this is my first go-to. I tell them to watch it, and they watch it, and they're like, holy fucking shit. That, I cannot believe how good of a matchup that was. I'm talking about the matchup that would determine the number one contendership for the United States Championship. Johnny B. Bad versus Flying Brian from Fall Brawl 1995. Let's fucking go, okay?
It's really fucking good.
Oh my god, this match is fucking so good.
Forgot that that was the first match on that card.
So seriously, dude, like the first two, like actually the first, my last four, like instantaneously when I was putting this list together, these were the first ones I went to.
Okay.
And also kudos on my list too as well. Thinking about this, Brian Pillman, I think, was the fucking goat of opening matches because I have him on 3 matches on my list.
Yeah.
But no, dude, this matchup, you got Pillman's like high flyingness, which at the time too, Pillman coming off the one injury, so he's kind of doing. He's still flying, but he's not flying like he was back in the day. And my God. We could do a whole episode, a character study on Johnny B. Bad from like 92, 93 to like 96, I think.
Yeah.
There's a
That
reason that
WCW
man got
run.
the first guaranteed contract, okay? The guy doesn't get nearly enough love. I fucking love Mark Merrow.
That
And
that WCW run was goated.
Yep. And this was just like the thing of it is, man, this matchup. So what's cool about this matchup, okay? It has a 20-minute time limit, okay?
Yeah.
It goes 20 minutes. So then they go into like a sudden death overtime, like a 5-minute sudden death overtime, and it goes past that, and then it goes into another this match nearly goes for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And like on a pay-per-view, that back then those pay-per-views were maybe 2.5 hours or something.
Yeah, matches
That's
were
fucking unheard of.
Yeah.
Okay, like, and the fact that it's just like, let's just let him go. Really cool fact here. Like Mark was going through. Like, do you follow Mark Merrow on social?
Yes, I do.
So he was going.
He's on
through,
Twitter, and I love his tweets.
Oh, I love. Yeah. So he's been rummaging through his stuff lately. Or the past 6 or 8 months, whatever it's been. And he actually found like there was like, they laid this match out pretty much. They wrote it out like of what the spot, kind of like a la like a Steamboat and Savage or whatever. So but I cannot say enough great things about Mark Merrow, Johnny B. Bad. Like, and I love the Wild Man when he first got to the WWF and that initial run for that first year, I think Mark Merrow is a guy does not get nearly enough love. I mean, so many cool moves that he did, like in WCW, and then later, like, because thing is Johnny B. Bad, Mark Merrow was not a light guy. Like, I mean, he was probably what 250, 240, something like that. He's moving like a fucking cruiserweight, man.
Yeah, moved phenomenal for his size.
Yeah, he'd do a shooting star press. He'd do like the fucking the moonsault.
The most underrated shooting star press.
Yes, absolutely. The Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Mark Merrow for me, he's one of my all-time favorites. I love Johnny B. Bad. And like, it was a really cool moment too. Like I remember I made a comment on one of his posts about this match. He mentioned that, and he was just like, dude, praising like, this is so good. And he's like, oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I was like, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yes.
It's like, dude, you made my childhood. Like I say, I think we need to run it back, bro. I think we need to do a Johnny B. Bad fucking episode of Learn the Ropes.
I would love to talk about our favorite Johnny B. Bad matches, Mark Merrow matches.
I think we need to make it happen. Ultimately, Johnny B. Bad would pick up the win and would become the number one contender for the U.S. Championship, which, by the way, at the time of this happened, Sting was your U.S. champion. So, it's a shame because, like, the storyline, and it's kind of funny. This is a full circle thing if you think about it, because so that match was supposed to take place on a Saturday night, and the storyline was Johnny B. Bad couldn't make it because he had a flat tire.
Yes.
Do you know why he had that flat tire, Mike? You remember?
No, I can't.
Is because Max Muscle popped his tires.
Yes.
And this leads into your match that you mentioned earlier, Johnny B. Bad against DDP.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go, man.
Because the promo before the match with DDP, Maximo Muscle accidentally reveals it was all 4 tires.
Yep. I didn't say it was 4. They just fucking blast him too. Also,
God.
too, kudos to Mark too as well, because I mean he was a Golden Glove boxer, man.
Yeah.
Like a great boxer as well too. But oh my god, like these guys, it's a shame that I don't recall them meeting on TV a lot. I think this is one of the only encounters I can think of. But fuck, if they could have ran this back, holy shit! It's such a good matchup, man. It's just like, and the thing of it is, it's like good in-ring storytelling, like psychology wise. There's a lot of great like spots in this too. You get a lot of you get some cool
Yes.
high spots in this as well. It's such a great mixture, and the timing of it is wonderful. And one other thing I will say too that I always thought was great about Brian Pillman, the guy that does not get enough credit, and one of the things he doesn't get enough credit for was his nuances in the ring and his like facial expressions.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god, like Brian Pillman, you just look in his face and he tells a story. And I got to say the same for Mark Marrow too as well, man. Like it's like Mark Marrow is like one of those guys who was born to be a babyface. Like you can't see him like the heel shit he was doing in the WWF was okay, but that mainly just worked because of fucking the Sable stuff.
Yeah.
You take that out the equation, it's just like, but him as a babyface though, it fucking worked. I will say one last thing on this. I think with Mark Marrow too, wrong place at the wrong time when he was there in the WWF, because I think it was like such a drastic change into the Attitude Era that wild man character really wasn't going to resonate with that Attitude Era crowd.
Absolutely.
So
very much.
But yeah, I could talk ad nauseum for hours about Johnny B. Bad and my love for Mark Marrow, but I digress. But that was my number 2. Seriously, and you can catch it here on YouTube as well, on the WCW channel. Don't watch the rest of the fucking pay-per-view because it's terrible. It goes from this masterpiece to fucking Sergeant Craig Pitbull Pittman coming down from the arena and squashing Cobra. You remember Cobra? Yeah, nobody fucking remembers Cobra.
Sadly, I do.
Me too.
So my number 1, Bash at the Beach, 1996. One of the greatest Lucha Libre matches in the United States I've ever seen. Rey Mysterio versus Psychosis.
Yeah. I mean, those guys had such great fucking chemistry. You think about it, bro, that's like Ray's first real big rival was Psychosis. I mean, they came up at the same time, trained at the same time.
They, from the start of AAA, and that jump from CML to AAA all the way to ECW, the stuff they did there.
Yep.
And then they're on and on. They rivaled so much in WCW because they had multiple matches throughout the years, and they just kind of was like, we don't have anything for these two. Let's just put them together again.
You know what I think the issue was there, though, why people tend to just like kind of forget or whatever, is I think because like Ray's stock was up here, and God bless Psychosis, it wasn't at the level of Ray. Because Ray was just the fucking the kids loved him, you know, like he's that white meat baby face.
Yeah, and it sucks because Psychosis is so fucking good.
Yes, absolutely.
He had some great runs in WCW. He got shafted in the WWE. Vince McMahon, I fucking hate you. But yeah, no, this match, if you want to, it's one of those matches. If a fellow wrestling fan was like, "Hey, show me some Lucha Libre," and I don't show them like actual like AAA or CMLL, this is one of the matches from the States I do show them.
But it holds up just as well with those AAA and CMLL matches, though.
Yes.
There's some crazy ass spots in this match. So you remember when fucking Psychosis does the senton from the top to the outside?
Yeah. You think he's gonna die.
Yeah, it looks like he's about that. And then Ray does the Asai, like kind of twisting like Hilo or whatever.
Yes.
And he like fucking hits his leg on the guardrail, and you're like, damn.
Yeah, and you thought the match was over. I was like, okay, broken leg. No. We're
But
gonna
I
keep
think
on going.
the craziest thing to me was the fucking finish of this. Like you got Psychosis going for that top rope splash
Yes.
mountain, and then fucking Bray in midair does the Hurricanrana. And not only does he do the
Fucking beautiful.
Hurricanrana, he gets the fucking legs. Like he snatches the legs
So
once they're on
quickly.
the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, and he used to do that all the time. And so I was like, how do you have the wherewithal to like quickly be able to do that in that short of time? Because that you're not given a lot of grace period there.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing of it is, I will say this about it too, as well, that speaks volumes. If you're watching this and you're listening to the commentary at the very beginning of the commentary on this one, it's like all they're doing, and WCW was notorious for doing this, is all they're fucking talking about the outsiders, the NWO, the hostile takeover. That's all they fucking talk about. But about halfway through, they realize like, oh fuck, no, this is going hard.
Yeah.
So like, then that gets their attention. So
Yeah.
that's perfect. God damn it, I wish I had that on my list. Shit.
What is your number one, Brody?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Technical masterpiece. Calling this a technical masterpiece does not do this justice. Here's the thing with this opening matchup, it literally checks off all of the boxes you're looking for. Great in-ring work, great psychology, a great story. And the finish of this is so fucking good. It's goated. It is goated. It's been repeated in other great classical matches before because it's such a good fucking finish. And the beautiful thing with it, Mike, it's a simple finish. And it's a great story. It's a story as old as time, my friend. It's a classic, the rivalry of brother versus brother. My number one. Greatest opening match of all time. It's WrestleMania 10. It's Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. Come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we talking here? You know? It's Bret and Owen. It's fucking Bret and Owen, dude. Like,
I'm not the biggest Bret fan, so I'm just like,
I get it. But even you gotta admit, though, respect like this match.
Owen
I know you love the outcome.
Yes, I do. I fucking love Owen. Heel Owen especially.
And this is prime Owen too. This is Owen getting his first. Like, dude, the story fucking wrote itself.
It did.
Like, there's no need to do any of this other horse shit with Bret or whatever, with like Jerry Lawler or whatever, you know. No, this brother rivalry. Yes, fucking give me that. Because here's the thing too. New generation era, right? We're in 94. We're still kind of in that cartoony era.
Yeah.
Bro, this was like we've all had friends that's had sibling fucking rivalries, no? If you have a sibling, you've probably been in a sibling rivalry, you know? Especially growing up or whatever. But think about it. Think about how this was laid out and presented. You have Bret the Hitman Hart, who has achieved greatness. He is a multi-time tag team champion, a multi-time intercontinental champion, and a former WWF champion. I mean, the man has done it all. And the fact of the matter is, when Bret did this in this era, you could easily say he was the leader of the new generation, whether you love the man or not. Like, the thing of it is, Bret was doing this shit in a time when the World Wrestling Federation was still primarily focused on the big man. And it's like, okay, this guy's just that damn good. Now, granted, yeah, you can talk about the steroid trial and all that horse shit or whatever, but still, though, it gave him an opportunity. It opened the door, and Bret Hart fucking ran with it. So, and I mean, he had some fun, solid matches during that first WWF Championship run. But to me, it was like this was the rivalry where this is like Bret Hart becomes so fucking beloved. Because, like I say, it's such a believable story too. And you know, you get into like that matchup at Survivor Series '93, where with the Hart family against the Shawn Michaels and his Knights.
Yeah.
And
then
was
supposed to be Jerry.
Supposed to be Jerry, but that didn't happen for reasons.
We can't talk about that.
Yeah. But man, and the fact that Owen's the only one to get eliminated, and then comes back, starts shoving Brett. They kind of go back and forth, and then it's like during Christmas time and stuff. There's kind of like animosity, and then they like decide, okay, we're gonna try to hug it out and stuff, and then they go for the tag titles. They go challenge those at the Royal Rumble in '94 against the Quebecers. And then the story of that matchup is so fucking great because Brett's in there the whole time with Quebecers.
Yeah.
Gets the hurt leg. He could easily make the tag, but no, he won't do it. And keep in mind too, this is Owen's first shot at a championship, right?
Yeah.
In the WWF. This is his first shot. But his damn brother, who's already experienced and done it all, he can't give him one fucking moment. And they call the match off essentially because like it can't go. Brett can't go.
Yeah.
Right. And then Owen kicks the leg out of fucking
That
Brett.
moment in itself is phenomenal.
And that was just like, okay. And then that moment too was just like made Owen one of the top heels in the company.
Facts.
And so then you go into the Royal Rumble later that night, and you have the dual winners in Brett and Luger. And then it's like, okay, what the fuck are we gonna do? Because this is the first time that ever happened. So it's like, okay, we'll do the coin toss, and like the whoever wins it gets to face Yoko for the belt first, and then the loser of the coin toss gets the winner later on that night. But it made perfect sense. Like, okay, but we got this story going on with Brett and Owen. Let's tell it. And of course, it's going to be the opening matchup. And the match itself is so fucking good from bell to bell. Like, it's just a classic wrestling matchup. I always love to, like, dude, even from like the entrances too, because I love how it wasn't Howard, it was that other guy that was there during the New Generation era, and I cannot think of his name. Anyways, he starts off from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and you think it's going to be Brett, and then Owen's music hits. And then the crowd just is like, oh, fuck him. But the psychology of this matchup was so fucking good in ring, like the stuff they were doing, the maneuvers, the chain wrestling they were doing, and then get down to that finish, that fucking finish, that chef's kiss of a finish, the victory roll where Owen counters and he does the unthinkable. Because I think a lot of us at that time frame, myself included, thought for sure Brett was going to win that matchup.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the smartest decisions. Like, you had to have Owen win that matchup. It made so much more fucking sense. Because it's like Owen gets his moment, right? He finally gets his moment. At WrestleMania, he gets his moment. Like, what is everybody going to be talking about from WrestleMania 10, Mike? They're going to be talking about Owen Hart beating his brother. Wait a minute, what? No? Bret Hart wins the WWF title? You son of a bitch. You took my fucking moment. Like, and then that just goes off into that amazing summer of their storyline. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, the brother versus brother, Bret versus Owen, WrestleMania 10. Like I say, it checks off all the boxes. We've talked about a lot of great openers, but to me, that's the greatest opening match of any show of all time. It's so fucking good. That's a comfort one for me. I can put that on and watch it all the time. And also, too, you talk about WrestleMania 10, man. God, what a great show that was, because not only do you have that,
great
fucking Shawn and Razor in the ladder match that people still talk about to this day, rightfully so.
I prefer the SummerSlam.
I agree. I do too. I think a lot of people kind of the diehard wrestling fan, I think, really kind of love the one from SummerSlam '95 a little bit more. But 10's great too. But to me, my favorite matchup on WrestleMania 10, it's this. I think it's one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. WrestleMania's had some great openers throughout the years, but this to me is the essential. Like, this is the be all end all. It's Bret versus Owen, man. Brother versus brother. Owen gets his moment, and then like I say, at the end of the night, think about it, man. When all those wrestlers are coming out, right, and they got Bret on his shoulders and their shoulders, and they're celebrating, and then Owen comes down the aisle, and that fucking look on Owen's face, it tells the story, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
That's that, yeah. But to me, like, you can't beat that.
Well, guys, That was Learning the Ropes and our favorite best opening matches on pay-per-view history.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us. Please subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
XLJ, I know you got a plug of Palooza.
You knew it. You know me too well, Mike. Yes. So, Cole TV, we are back in the saddle again, baby. Of course, coming back a couple weeks ago. We still have you can catch replays of all of our opening week shows. Brand new episodes of The Hunt. I'm your Huckleberry. Also, we got a couple new shows here on Cole TV too. Really excited about. Our newest, one of our newest ones is Wrestling Masterpiece Theater, which is with myself, along with, of course, with my brothers Husky Rhodes and the Best Gout Machine, where we just have a silly fun time watching some of the worst, most god awful wrestling pay-per-views of all time. Our first episode was a dandy, let me tell you. It was we watched Heroes of Wrestling.
Gross.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough, but we made it through.
That's disgusting.
It it's so
I'm
oh
angry for
yeah,
you.
it's
I'm pissed for
yeah,
you.
yeah, it was bad. Yep, yeah, we're still here. But we're getting ready to close up here. But yes, you can catch a replay of that. Also, really excited too, man. This is a project I've been wanting to work on for a long time, and finally am getting around to it. We got a new show called Back in the Day with XLJ. And it's really cool, man, because like it's doing like pulling back the curtain, because I, for the first time ever, am getting to share with you all videos from my personal collection, home videos and stuff. Like the first episode's out. We talked about the
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. It's literally, it was my 6th birthday party. Like, so if you want to see like a little XLJ, like check that out. You can catch a replay of that available now. Mike and I just got off of doing a badass, like probably one of my favorite like Cole casts I've done in a while.
That was a lot of fun.
That was fun. We gave you our Baker's Dozen of 90s forgotten cartoons. You can get the replay of that now as well. And we got some cool stuff on the pipeline coming down too. You know, we'll have in about a month or so, we'll have our exclusive collective week, because I'm going to be out at the collective in Vegas for WrestleMania weekend. So we'll have a ton of footage from that. We got some cool hunts and huckleberries coming up you're going to want to check out. I'm excited about like the next couple of like Back in the Days episodes we got planned, as well as the Wrestling Masterpiece Theater. And also too, we're working on it. The season premiere Friday night movie night. We'll be filming that here shortly and get that back up here on the channel probably by the end of the month, hopefully. And I can tell you next week we're gonna have a brand new PW60, and we'll be live too, as we'll be doing the fallout from Revolution this upcoming weekend. So you can tune in here on Cole TV Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then also we'll have a new I'm Your Huckleberry coming to you next week as well. And speaking of Monday nights too, you cannot forget, you need to check out World Championship Wreckage every Monday night, where you can see my brother over here with Netflix and Raw.
Facts.
Yeah. Like I got to admit, I'm out of the loop because I'm not really watching WWE. But how are things going WrestleMania season?
Been very intriguing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Punk pretty much told Roman, or was like he's gonna bury him next to his dad or some shit.
Yeah, and he pissed off all the non-wrestling Samoans in that family.
It's not a good thing, Punk. But then again,
Yeah.
it's kind of what do you
Yeah, no. Punk versus Roman, Randy versus Cody.
Oh, cool. It's looking good for them, man. It's looking. But if you want to see such amazing, an amazing show, go check Mike out every Monday on World Championship Wreckage. And like, you got some other stuff going on over there too, right?
We should be hopefully one day. Me and Dad have when he wife settles down, Survivor Reignited, where we just talked about season by season Survivor the show, and it's really good. It's real fun. I've become a fan of Survivor,
and that's kind of cool right now. Key time to get into it, right? Because it's that big 50th season or whatever.
Yes, 50th season, 25 years. Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe it's
crazy.
been on for 50 seasons. That's nuts, dude.
2 seasons a year, 25 years. Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, no, that's all. I've got some huge life things happening too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Me and you will talk probably in the next couple weeks about how that looks for me.
Yeah.
When all that happens and that move goes down.
Yeah. And then also, oh, I forgot to mention too, we do got one other news show that's coming to Cole TV. And I'm not going to give away too much, but let's just say this is another exciting show that's coming. And it is going to involve one of our very good friends here at Cole TV. And Mike knows this person pretty well. So stay tuned for that because that'll be coming soon. Oh, he's like, what?
Alrighty then. We will see y'all next time here on Learning the Ropes.
Yeah.
Peace.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.